Sometimes we forget our goals, we lose sight of our dreams, but it's never too late to readjust, to regroup, and get started with your original plan back on that track. There's no shame in that. Okay, y'all, welcome back. My name is Malika. If you don't know, welcome. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so. You greatly will help me out. And make sure you hit the like button and leave comments if you like. I try to respond to every comment, unless it's stupid. So lately, I have been noticing feelings of discontent, feelings of not being satisfied and just being uneasy. And I really had to sit with myself and explore those feelings and try to come up with a cause and a reason why this is. And what I realized was that I am not living according to my original plan. I'm not living according to my original dream. Okay, so back in 2022, when I sold my home and my car and my clothes and my furniture and everything else and left the US, my intentions were never to be stationary long-term in any place. I wanted to have the freedom to be able to up and leave a location at a whim, really, at a moment's notice, if that's what I felt like doing. And when I got here to Merida, I got caught up and I rented this home, and it's a beautiful home. I've enjoyed my time here. But you know, I furnished it, and then they had to do a little decorating, and then I'm not necessarily liking Merida. I'm not saying it's all bad, but there's a lot of things that I don't like the transportation situation. You know, if I were to stay here long term, I would have to have a car. That's like mandatory. And then I don't really care for the food according to, you know, what I like to eat. So I gotta cook every day. And after my kids were grown, I said I would never cook like that again. For the most part, I ate out every day, maybe cooked twice a month, you know, for something that I wanted the way I know I like to make it. But other than that, I ate out all the time or ate at somebody else's house. But yeah, so, you know, I come here and I'm setting myself up like I'm gonna stay here or, you know, make a home here. And that's not something that I wanted to do anywhere, right? Ever since I was a young girl, I've had a passion for traveling. When you get older, you know, life happens, jobs, marriages, children, elderly parents, and you have responsibilities. Right now, I don't have any responsibilities to anyone. I have no commitments, no obligations. And I'm 60 years old and I got a lot of catch up to do. There's a lot of countries that I want to experience. I just don't want to be stationary somewhere. I don't want to be long-term. I don't want to be committed to having to clean a lawn, pull some weeds, make sure, you know, the house is clean, a big old house. You know, things like that. I just don't want to do that. Like I said, I want to just be able to get on the computer, find a flight, and go. Now, when I came here, my initial goal was just that. And I kind of really wanted a furnished place, so I didn't have to spend all this money to buy furniture. And my initial goal, like I said, was to travel all through South America and Central America. But I got away from that, got this house, got this furniture, and then I start looking online for flights, and as I said before, if it's Boeing, I'm not going. So Aeromexico uses Boeing planes, especially the 737 MAX, and I'm not getting on that. So I'm kind of, I mean, there's other airlines, but then when you look at the prices, it's like, why does it cost so much to go one country over? Or why do you have to take me back to the US first before you bring me back to where I came from to go one country over? And then the layovers. Why is it a 23-hour layover in Mexico City? You know, it just seems to be very difficult. And as much as I want to do things, I like to minimize the difficulty, you know? So yeah, I've furnished this home. I'm gonna take a loss at selling things. I've already been selling some things. No big deal, because I'm not a money worshiper, and I've always been a firm believer in it'll come back to you. It always has so far to me. So, you know, it's no big deal. I can't take it with me, right? I've seen quite a few videos out there where people have talked about why foreigners leave Merida or why foreigners leave Mexico. As if, one, we're obligated to stay because we came. Two, almost making it sound like we can't cut it, or we came here ill prepared, or we did something wrong, like we should have came here first and scoped it out to see if it was right for us, et cetera, et cetera. And that kind of bothers me, because there's no obligation to stay here. If you come here with the intentions on staying here and you leave after a month, so be it. You know, if you come here and you don't like it, so be it. Everybody has their personal reasons, and I don't feel that those should be scrutinized. You know, there are multiple reasons why people leave Merida. You know, some of them you can put in a box. You can say that people don't like the heat, or people don't like the insects, or you know, whatever. But for the most part, you can't put us in a box. And we leave because that's just what we need to do. Whether it's, or people that leave because, you know, they didn't plan their money out right, or they can't pay their bills, and who cares? Who cares? You know, to each his own. And for me, yeah, that just bothers me. Don't put me in a box. But anywho, what I want to say to you is this. As I said in the beginning, it is never too late to redirect yourself or to regroup. Realize that, wait a minute, what I'm doing here is not what I intended to do, and I need to reevaluate this and get back on track. I need to get back on making my dreams happen and making my my vision happen. And my vision happens to be to travel and see as many countries as I can before life and old age, if I'm blessed that long, sits me down and says, Malika, you need to be still. You cannot go anymore. Okay, but until that happens, I want to see as much as I can, that physically I'm allowed to, that financially I'm allowed to, and just enjoy all of these beautiful countries and cultures that are out here in the world. Now, I will not write Mexico off, because Mexico is a beautiful country from what I've seen in videos. I need to travel throughout Mexico to find this out for myself. The Mexican people, from what I've seen, are, for the most part, very welcoming. The culture is wonderful. I'm sure there's got to be some Mexican food out there that is absolutely the bomb. It ain't here, but you know, I'm sure there is. And there's just a lot of Mexico as a whole that people have the wrong ideas about, that are not true. And I want to be able to see all of this for myself. So I will tell you this. If you followed my channel only for Merida content, I'm sorry, I can't give it to you. But I would hope that you would continue to follow me and see all of the different countries that I go to, wherever in the world they are, and also different states and cities in Mexico when I go. For those of you that intend to continue to follow me just because you just like me so much, then I'm glad. I'm glad. But yeah, that's my intention, to, just travel and show you as much as I can of what I experience and how I can best highlight the places that I'm experiencing. My initial plans will be to take all of my stuff back to Alabama and dump it off on my son and use that as a base, one, so I can stack a large amount of money, and also use that as a base to do, my traveling from for maybe about 6 months or so, and then after that, revisit where I want to be and make some decisions. I do have my visa for Thailand. That's good until 2027 because I paid for that, and I probably need to use it. And so I may go back to Thailand for 3 months or so. And because I still need to go to China, I still need to go to Japan. I wanted to go to Nepal. I want to go to Tibet. Those were on my list of places that I needed to see. So maybe I may go back to Thailand for a couple months to get that out of the way. And then from there, I don't know. I really, really want to go to Egypt. I really, really want to go to Istanbul. And yeah, I want to go to one of them stands. I don't know, Kazakhstan or, yeah, I want to go to Kazakhstan. And I think it's another Uzbekistan and some of them other stands. So I got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. And sitting here in Konkao is not doing it for me. It just ain't doing it. So yeah, I'm leaving. The lease is up the end of August, and I probably will leave sometime during August because the rent will be paid for the month. There's no point in me staying like to the last day and get my money's worth, And then yeah, I'll be gone, and I hope you continue to follow me. And in the meantime, you guys keep moving and just know that I'm gonna keep moving. Bye, y'all.